Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. We're going to do a nice, I'll see how Zosie goes here. A nice full body stretch, mobility, just some gentle movements just to either use in your rest week, to implement in your morning routine, or maybe even at the end of your day, just to kind of release some things going on. We are going to start in a wide child's pose. So you'll take your knees as wide as you can. And then when this dog moves out of the way, we're going to come into that nice wide child's pose. Toes will touch, hips come back to those heels, and then just walk those hands far forward. Okay, so press the hips back. Now you might notice if the shoulders or that chest is uncomfortable, you can also just come onto those forearms as well, and just focus on your breath going into the low back, into the hips. If it feels okay to walk those arms all the way out, resting your forehead down on your mat. We're going to stay here for about 20 more seconds, just taking those nice big inhales and exhales into the belly. So feeling that expansion of the back ribs, belly into the low back. Big breath in, big breath out. Big inhale, big exhale. And we'll just do one more cycle of breath as you are. Big breath in. And big exhale out. Good. From there, you're gonna make sure those hands are planted far forward. Spread the fingertips. You're gonna round your spine as you come up onto tabletop position. Once you've made it all the way there, drop the belly, coming into a cat. Sorry, coming into your cow. We've transitioned from the cat. Now, then try to place your hands so they're right underneath those shoulders. That's where the hands are gonna stay. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, round. Bring your hips back towards your heels to return to your child's pose position. Good. Take one breath in your child's pose. And then exhale. Come on back up to that rounded position. And then take that breath in, let the belly fall. Let that pelvis rise, gaze rise. And then exhale to round, returning those hips back, child's pose. We'll do that just one more time, nice and slow. Take a pause and an in-breath in your child's pose. And then exhale, round it forward. Inhale, let the belly fall. Gaze and tail rises. And exhale, return to that child's pose one last time. Good. Okay, from there, you're going to leave your right hand forward. You're going to take your left hand and thread it underneath and through over to the right side, coming down onto the temple side of the left side of the head, keeping that right arm reaching far forward, keeping the left fingertips reaching across, maybe even taking that right hand up and back so that the back of the hand comes to that low back. Breathing here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Right arm returns to your child's pose. Left hand returns to your child's pose, leaving the left hand there. Right hand slides through. Coming down onto the right side of the head. Breathing there, reaching and reaching the fingertips, pressing the hips back. Both fingertips are reaching. Breathing there for 3, for 2, and for 1. Nice job. Returning that right hand back, and then shifting yourself forward and up into tabletop. Oof, okay, so I'm gonna have to do any minor adjustments that you might have to make there. And in fact, maybe just give yourself a little play, a little shift from right to left with those hips. Some people say that's the dog wagging the tail. Okay, good. Maybe it's rounding through that spine, press and spread through those fingers. Nice job. We'll take that left hand and slide it underneath of the center of the face. So into the center of your mat, taking the right fingertips towards the temples. Take an inhale, lift that elbow, reach the arm, return the hand back down towards the temple. Right elbow comes down, right hand comes to the mat, left fingertips to temple. Inhale, elbow up, reach and extend with that left arm. Come on back down, taking your time. Your in-breath is reaching that elbow up, extending through that arm. Exhale to lower all the way back down, switching, inhale. Elbow, left side, arm extends. Getting that nice rotation and twist from that upper body. One more time for the right. Inhale, elbow, arm. Exhale to lower back down. Last time for the left side. Inhale. Reach it up. Good. And then exhale to lower down. Nice job. Okay, right side hip cars. I'm just turning myself around here. So you're gonna take that right knee. If you feel better being on the forearms here, you can also come on down. Right knee is gonna come in towards the chest. Out, ooh, to the side, okay? And that big rotation around through the hip and the glute. Toe can either be in flexion or pointing, as long as there's tension through and it stays the same as you focus on the hip circles here. Okay, think of those ribs staying as still as possible, so there's no other shift or movement except for that leg rotating around. Change the direction, staying on that same leg, just rotating it around the other way. Nice big inhales and exhales as you shift and move. So good, making it as big as you can. One more time in this direction. Nice job. And we're gonna take that right leg, plant the right foot down in front, come on up onto the left knee. Okay, lots of things going on here. Take those hands towards the hips. Okay, we're just gonna do some nice pelvic tilts here. Forward and back, trying to exaggerate your motion, and sometimes just having those hands there helps. Taking it forward, taking it under. Good. Just notice how that feels for left hip flexor, left quad. That tuck might feel some tightness there. Good. And then we're just going to come back into a neutral position. So a slight tuck. Okay, take that left arm forward parallel, palm to face inwards. Take that right arm to meet it, and then you're going to pull the elbow hand back. Rotate and reach behind you. Inhale that arm to come all the way up, back to meet the left. Inhale, pull it back. Open it up. Good. Exhale to return. 2 more times. Inhale, elbow comes back. Reach the arm. Good. Exhale to return. Last one. Breath in. Pull it back. Open it up. Oh, exhale to release. Nice job. Take those hands back towards those hips. From here, I'm going to just turn myself so you can see. You're going to take, so you were just here. Now you're going to heel toe that foot outwards, then turn the toe out to a 45, as if you were in like almost a squat position with a slight turnout. What we're going to do there is we're going to slightly or majorly lean into that knee and then back up. Now, if you need to double up your yoga mat, place a towel or a cushion below that left knee, coming forward. And we want that knee to track straight over those toes, as well as straight with the toes and over the toes. Your goal is to get that knee, if I turn myself a little bit more, you will see that knee is going as far beyond my toes. If I look over my knee, I can't see my toes. Keep going there. 2 more rocks. Forward. One more time. Taking it forward. Back. Good. You're going to heel toe that foot now forward, keeping it at that same distance out, and then drop those hands to your mat. Maybe picking up that back left leg to back left knee, yes, picking up those left toes, and now you're coming into your lizard lunge. Okay, so right toes are pressing down onto the mat. That right knee is trying to open away from the body. So we're working on that range in through the hips. So we started with those pelvic tilts. We did a little bit of rotation there. We did those hip cars. So we're moving into those hips quite a bit here. We're going to shift our weight to the left hand. Take your right arm and reach it over to left top corner of your mat. Good. Exhale there. Inhale, reach that arm all the way up and around, thinking of reaching towards your back right corner of your mat. I had to think about that. Inhale that arm to come back. Exhale. Inhale. Finish the rotation with the exhale. Inhale to come up. Exhale to reach. All the while pushing that right foot into the floor, that right knee comes beyond and away from that body. Exhale to finish the twist, inhale to reach, up, 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 and over. One more time there. Big breath in, up and over. Nice job returning that right hand towards the floor. Heel toe that foot in maybe once. Walk those hands back towards the left knee to round through the spine and come into your hamstring stretch here. Okay, flex through those toes. Your hands are both on the inside of that right side. Round through your spine a little bit more. Think of pressing through the hips on the right side a little bit more. Big breath in and big breath out. Nice job. We'll return that right leg to a narrow child's pose. So the knees come to touch. Take those hips back, walk those hands far forward. And we'll just do a counter stretch from opening up the hips to now closing, taking a big breath in there and a big breath out. Shifting yourself forward to your tabletop, left hip cars, that controlled articulated rotation here in through that right leg. Remember, we want to try to keep the body as still as possible as you shift that left leg around, pointing the toes or flexing the toes, concentrating on just the movement of that leg. Change the direction, go the opposite way. Big rotations all the way around. Nice job. Last one. Big and slow here. And once you finish that, we'll take the left foot forward, right knee stays down. Again, if you need that cushion for that knee, place it there. Taking those hands to the hips, and then we start with those pelvic tilts. Forward, back. Doing your best to exaggerate what feels good for you through the hips, through the low back. There, maybe 2 or 3 more rocks. Nice job. Okay, from there, we take the right arm forward. We take the left arm to meet it. We sweep the elbow back. Inhale, reach back behind you. Exhale to return. Inhale, pull the elbow, reach the arm. Exhale to return. Think of chest. Think of shoulder, think of the left leg not opening, right? So we want to keep that where it should be, where it starts, nice and square to the front. Inhale, elbow, hand, return. My left side's way tighter than my right. One more time, inhale, pull it back, open it up, and then exhale to return, okay? Coming back to that kneeling center position, heel toe, that left foot out to that 45, and we lean into that left knee, coming over the toes. There she comes back. Okay, inhaling and exhaling as you make those shifts. So good, getting into the groin, getting into the hips. You need to be ankle mobility as well. 2 more. Back. Nice job. Back. All right. We heel toe that foot to come forward. Drop the hands down towards your mat. Pick up your back right knee. Shifting that back. Preparing for lizard on the other side. I'm just going to turn myself this way. So our right foot is down on the mat. Left foot is down on the mat. Left knee is opening away from the body as much as you can here. Okay, from here, we'll just take a couple more breaths, just preparing the body in this pose, in this shape. Good, and then from here, we shift the weight to the right hand, left arm reaches to the top. What would that be? Right corner of your mat. Good. Reach, reach, reach. And then in breath, reach it around to the back, left corner of your mat. Exhale. Good. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, reach. You can press into that left hip as well as you make that reach. Inhale to come up, exhale to reach it back. Okay. 2 more times. with that full range and reach, doing your best. Really reach those fingers, really reach them forward, really reach them back. We got it one more time. As you breath in, breath out. One more time, breath in. Good. The left hand comes back to meet the right on the inside of that left foot. We take those hands slightly back. We press those hips back, coming up under those fingertips, rounding through that spine, coming into that little hamstring stretch here. Oh, really drive up those toes. Really press those hips back. Taking one more big breath in right there. And out. So good. We'll take that left knee back to meet the right. Come into that child's pose one more time. Press those hips back. Walk those hands far forward. Resting the forehead down onto the mat if that feels good for you. Taking one more big breath in. And then release. Making your way into a seated position. Crossing those legs if that feels good for you. If you want to prop yourself up on a yoga block or a pillow. We're just going to finish with a little bit of shoulder and neck work before we finish up. Okay, take the fingertips to the tops of those shoulders. Just like you did with your hips, I want you to think of what's happening in those shoulders. Think of those elbows coming all the way around, drawing that nice big circular shape, as big as you can. They come forward, up, back, and around. So good. One more in this direction. And then we change to the other direction, reverse. Ooh, coming back up and around. Noticing shoulder to shoulder, right to left. Is there a difference? Maybe there was an injury. Maybe there's just some tightness. Maybe you're right-handed. Maybe the right side's tighter. Nice job. Last rotation to come through and around. Well done. Okay, take those hands just towards the tops of the knees. We'll just take the right ear over towards that right shoulder. Drop the chin down towards the chest. Passing through, coming left ear to left shoulder. Good. Do that again. Back over to the other side. Right ear over to right shoulder. Exhale to release down and over. Nice job. We'll do that just 1, 2, 3 more times. 3 more times. Back over to the right. Back over to the left. Keep thinking of pulling the shoulders down and away as you do this motion. Last one here. Nice job. And then rotating or pulling that head back up to center and neutral. Take a breath in. Look up to the sky ceiling. Exhale to drop the chin down. And again, breath in, look up. Lengthening through the front of the neck. Exhale to lower. Strap one more time, big breath in. And exhale down. Leave the chin towards the chest. Keep your gaze down. And then I want you to just think of pulling the shoulders down and away. And if that means shrugging first and then pressing down, keep the chin down. Just notice how the back of the head feels. Option here, you can take the hands towards the head, just giving a gentle little pull. Maybe that's also rounding through the back, rounding through the entire spine, tucking the tail, really giving that nice rounded spine here, opening that up, taking one more big breath in here. If your hands are behind your head, leave them there, take a big breath in, and I want you to do the reverse. So pull the elbows back, puff up your chest. If your hands are not there, they can still be on the knees. Taking the gaze up, I want you to think of squeezing the shoulders back. In either way, breathing here, arching through that spine, squeezing shoulder blades, tilting the pelvis forward. One more breath in there. Amazing job. Let's release that down. We'll take those legs out into full extension, so lengthening there, flexing through those toes. We'll take a nice big breath in together, sweeping those arms all the way up. And then exhale, forward fold over those legs. Grabbing a hold of what you can today, tonight, this morning, whatever it is for you. So if you're feeling quite tight, option, you could take a strap or a band around those feet, hands to ankles, hands to toes, soles of feet, anywhere that feels good. Maybe you're practicing just that length through the spine. So the hip hinge position with a flat back, maybe it feels better to round. We're gonna stay here for 20 more seconds, just focusing on the breath, focusing on releasing through that low back. Breathe here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing that. Amazing job, everybody. I hope you feel good. Bringing a little bit of movement into the body, a little bit of mobility and stretch. Never hurt anybody. Hope you enjoyed. See you again soon.